channel. So today's video is going to review, demo, and swatches of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I don't know why I put it away, but I did. You're going to see in this video how to get this eye look right here. You're going to see swatches and a review of this palette. I guess if you guys want to see how to get this look and understand all the pros and cons of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, make sure to subscribe to my channel before you click away and just go ahead and keep watching. So guys, my review on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. So this palette, I think, was a really great concept. I think the colors in it are beautiful. I love the pigmentation on the shimmers. Some of them, most of them. Let me just talk about a few shades really quick. This shade right here, Lucid, is incredibly chalky. You can't really see it, but it's dry. It's like a drier shimmer, and it looks like you have all this pigment, and then it comes off. Here, I'll do a brush swatch. You look like you have all this pigmentation on your brush like that, and then it's just like nothing. So I think that shade was meant to be like more of a topper shade. Another shade I want to mention, Osiris. It just has a weird texture. It looks matte in the pan, and it comes off your finger as more of a satin. So here's my gripe with this shade, is the base pigmentation on this specific shade is not there. The glitter in this shade is there. It's very glittery, and that's not necessarily a bad thing if you don't like glitter. But I just want to make it clear that this shade, these two together are not crazy. Like, they're not like super, super intense. Like, this shade should be so pigmented. Like, it should be much better quality than it is. So that's my gripe. One last shade that I want to mention here is Sphere. This shade is just not very pigmented. It's very, very dry and very stiff. Maybe that's just in my palette, but it is very dry, very stiff, not hard to work with, I don't think. Like, it will bring you pigment. Like, you can get pigment out of it, but it's one of those shades that just kind of blends away. So you'd have to really build up this shade to get true color. Maybe packed on with like a synthetic brush, I would feel differently. I'm gonna actually test that theory. Okay. Yeah, so this is one of those shades. It's pretty crumbly, actually. It's not very pigmented. It's very, very dry, very crumbly. I'm not a huge fan of this shade. But let me talk about the other shades in this palette. The other shades in this palette, aside from these three, are amazing. They're awesome. All of the mattes blend out beautifully. These shimmers are super intensely pigmented. They're not chalky, they're not dusty. Very creamy and blendable and just really easy to work with. And I really love these other shades in this palette. Do I think this palette is worth $42? No. I don't think that, because three of the shades in here just aren't good. So if you're paying, I wouldn't pay $42 for that. I got this as a gift, and I will still use it, and I do like the palette. But these three shades just aren't up to my Anastasia Beverly Hills standards. My Modern Renaissance palette, let me do a comparison, has been so well loved. These two palettes do not measure up to the same quality. I just want to put that out there. They don't measure up to the same quality. So I think this is a great palette to have, and it's a collector's item. I really do think that. And I do see myself using this in the future, and I will, continue to play with it and kind of feel it out a little bit more, but I do not think this palette is worth $42. Do I like the palette? Yes. Is it worth the money? No. So I guess, I'm sorry, Anastasia. I love your other stuff, but just didn't work out for me. You know, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I will still continue to use it. I do like the other shades in the palette. I just don't think it's worth the money. Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did filming it. I hope that I didn't make anybody angry with my review on some of the shades in this palette, but I just want to let you guys know that I love you so much, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!